Hi, everybody, and welcome to the new episode of The Two-Headed Serpent, our Cthulhu Pulp campaign. With us today, part of the team, as one of them decided to be stuck in the middle of a fucking storm, but that's okay. We will, again, maybe do an interlude about what happened on his side. With me today, I have Kit.
Hi, I'm Kit, and I'm playing Winnifred Barnes. She might make it to the end of the episode. We'll see.
She might, who knows? Followed by Chris.
I am Chris. I'm playing James Jimmy Allison, and he's probably not going to make it to the end of the episode at this rate.
And finally, Will.
I'm Will, and I'm playing Percy Cunningham, who's actually doing pretty chipper at the moment.
Yeah, he might be weirdly enough in the least danger. But let's actually recap. But Chris seemed to be like quite ready to recap what happened, so let's hear it.
All right. All of this from Jimmy's perspective. Last time, we moved down into this gigantic structure that had like a screw-like nature. We get down to the bottom. Very large, very snake-like adventures happened. We managed to get through that part without any issue, and then we woke up 100-foot snake while we were up on a dais.
Yeah.
The snake then proceeded to almost eat Jimmy, and he got dropped down into the opening, or rather, no, I dodged and jumped down into the opening in the center of the dais, finding in there a chest that was on fire and what we believed to be the mummy we were looking for that we've been initially tasked out with here.
I would mention that it was not on fire when Jimmy arrived. Jimmy caused the fire.
I was going to say, my notes say that Jimmy's boomstick caused that, but...
You know what? Details. Small details that are irrelevant to the story.
Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story, eh?
Exactly.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Winnifred joined Jimmy in the hole.
Uh-huh.
Both of us are hurting.
Fuck.
Like I've got 1 hit point. Pretty sure you have 1 hit point as well. Two, yeah. And then Percy
Broken
is
arm.
over there role-playing Tarzan / Indiana Jones, swinging around with a Tommy gun, and had an amazing video game action movie-esque style where the giant snake tried to bite him, got stuck, and he just lit him up in the face.
Oh, yeah.
And then it ended.
Rat-a-tat-tat, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, you're doing great. The rest of us, yeah.
Not so much.
If I sneeze too hard, I'm screwed. And then we ended with our silent and absent companion, friend,
Lazlo.
Yeah, being walked around a corner with his hands up, and
hello.
Yeah, it's like I have a feeling that there's a reason his hands are up.
Well, by the time you are watching this, a VOD should be up for Lazlo's side of things.
Oh, nice!
Oh.
So, just as much as you got Jimmy's tale recently to tell you about the baboom,
That's awesome.
something happened to Lazlo, and you might see that on YouTube. So, by the time we are recording this is not yet online, but by the time you people are watching it live or in YouTube, the VOD is up. So, feel free to check that out and see exactly what happened to Lazlo to bring out that many soldiers down the Temple of the Dreamer. Okay. Which means that we are back into the situation. Let's talk a little bit about the two hurt people down inside that hidey hole. What you have right now in front of you is extremely confusing. There's a lot of engravings on the wall. There is this sort of center altar on which lies probably the creature you're looking for. Although you were expecting something more of a mummy kind of creature, this seems more, maybe not recent, but at the very least, this serpent-like female-presenting creature has this sort of glistening kind of jewel-like dew on top of it. probably due to the shedding of the skin that must have happened not too long ago, and is currently completely unconscious and still. You hear tons and tons of gunshots high up above you. What would you like to do down that hole?
At this point, so we're both kind of just laying there, and it's just, all right, I'm really not having the best day. Fred, can you move?
I can. I don't know if I want to though.
I think at the very least, we need to get that thing away from the fire. Oh, hell. Hang on. And I'm going to roll over. I'm going to reload my shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to hand it to Fred. So like, just watch up. And then I'm going to drag myself over to the mummy.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I remember right, like the fire was very nearby.
Yes.
So it doesn't... correct me if I'm wrong. It was like the room is stone, so if we move the mummy, we should be good, right?
Yeah, you should. Right now,
okay, cool.
It's a chest that's on fire, right?
Yeah. There's just a wooden chest that is currently burning. It's
Like you should have moved the chest.
Yeah, it shouldn't burn too long. I mean, you haven't checked exactly what was in it, but at the moment, at the very least, it provides some very useful light. Are you trying to move the creature away?
Yeah, I was gonna get up there and just try to like essentially do the fireman drag, get like up under the arms and just drag the mummy to the other side of the room with me.
It's less of a fireman drag than a drunk people drag, where you are your body is kind of giving up on you at the moment, and even though you don't feel the pain, you can definitely feel that some muscles are not reacting the way they should be. And well, you do manage to grab the unconscious body and like pull it a little bit aside. You notice that the sort of like dew across the surface of the body is still humid, fresh humid, if it makes sense. It seems very, very recent. But at the moment, the body is still, and you manage to remove it from the fire. As long as the chest is burning, you still have a little bit of light to examine around if you would so desire. Or if you have other plans, let me know.
Jimmy and I both have fresh wounds since the last time we did first aid. Can we do another first aid to try to get him up to 2, me up to 3?
I mean, you can definitely try to attempt a first aid and see what's going on. We'll see.
All right.
I would also like to
get Jimmy. This one's for you, babe.
Oh, well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why is it on? Sorry, I had a penalty die, but it's still a success.
Oh, that makes sense. It wouldn't make a lot of sense for you.
Should I have a penalty dice?
Yes, because both of you are in a situation of grave wound.
Okay. Yeah. So that's a success.
That's a success. Okay.
On myself.
On yourself, Jimmy. See how you can bear on this one. Ooh, that's not good.
Nope.
Unfortunately, your wounds are way too extensive for you to recover.
Okay.
I'm
used to it. I'll work on it. So here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
So I have the first aid and medicine.
Yes.
Can I roll them both, or is it one of those like do I have to pick one?
No, you can. It's just that medicine takes a long time. This is something that like at least an hour of working on whatever wound you're trying to tend to.
Okay, I gotcha.
And it would probably also require a little bit of stuff, such as like bandages or stitches. So you might not be well equipped to do a medicine roll right now.
Okay. Well, then I will do a first aid. And sorry, did you say you did one for me, or was that for
yours,
you? Okay, so I'm back up to 2.
You was successful, so you have 1 more hit point.
All right, so I'm gonna give it a shot for you.
Okay.
Yep. Cool. So you get 1 back, and then
3. Look at us go.
I'll give it another shot for me as well.
There's only one try per wound, unfortunately, and it's considered. Yeah. Like
okay.
1 to you, 1 to somebody else. So your 2 rolls are already expended.
Already up. Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
As you are trying to
make-
just tend to your wounds and isolate the mummy, Percy, you just saw Lazlo arrive, hands in the air, followed by quite a heavy number of soldiers, and they are looking at you, just expecting your reaction, I would say. What do you do?
Did I kill the snake?
Oh,
is the snake
no.
the snake's still like
Oh,
going
it's...
at the door?
Yeah, right now it has kind of not stopped attacking, but slowed down his attack because you are on the other side of an opening that he cannot fit through. So right now,
And he's got a mouthful of lead.
And he does have a mouthful of lead. So you do feel that you did some damage to it, but it is still fierce and looking at you like a delicious snack. Right now, what you have noticed when he was trying to attack you is that its tongue, long as it may be, doesn't reach all the way to the end of to the wall that you are pressing against. So you have a little bit of leeway where it cannot reach you.
Awesome. Percy's going to point at the snake and say to the soldiers, "Do you want to help out with this, please?"
You can see Lazlo still hands in the hair, just looking to the side to see what you were talking about, and immediately gets straighter and steps a few feet back.
Just Homer Simpson's back.
The soldiers don't seem to react at all to what you say, but the leader of them kind of takes a few steps forwards towards you, still out of reach of the creature's tongue, but looks at you. Well, helping you might be a good idea, but what do we gain from it at the moment? You seem in graver danger than we are.
Well, that's all the perspective, I guess.
It's a matter of perspective, really.
I only say that from my perspective, of course, but...
Well, that's the only perspective you have, sir. Why are you down here?
I believe we have a common objective. It might be somewhat conflicting, since I believe that you want to take the Dreamer with you, but I'm afraid this is not something we are ready to let happen.
The Dreamer has already left the building.
Oh, roll me a fast talk, my friend.
The Dreamer has left the building.
Fast talk is not... Oh, that's real bad. Oh, what? Oh, shit. I did it with a bonus die.
It's okay, you can remove... even with the bonus die, unfortunately, it did not work that great. He looks at you with a smile. Of course they did. Now, sir, I'm sorry to be a bother, but as you can see, you are stuck between a rock and a hard place, or between soldiers and a big snake, so we could help each other, and I am inclined to let you leave this building alive, you and your compatriots. But we are leaving with the Dreamer. What says you?
I say that you find yourself between a rock and a hard place, because look at the big fucking snake.
You see him look a little bit through the opening, see the snake. There is a sort of eye contact happening, and you hear him pronounce a few words in a language that you have heard Lazlo trying to learn himself or try to apprehend himself. The snake doesn't seem to necessarily respond, but it notices, and there is a sort of shift in the giant snake's behavior. Oh no, my friend, I believe it's just a misunderstanding. I can clarify it if you would like. Now, I think it is fair to say that this wonderful creature is indeed a problem. There is only so much I can convince it to. But, I mean, you have a pretty efficient rifle, according to my soldiers, and we have some of ours as well. With a little bit of lead, we can dispatch this problem and help each other out. Each of us can leave the building happy and alive. Does that feel like a fair deal to you?
As long as you tell me why you want the streamer.
Interesting. A curious one. Well, this is somebody important to my organization. And my superiors would really, really like to have a talk about, everything. We have, the dreamer has some knowledge of a, how shall I say, forgotten place. Let's call it like that, a forgotten place. We need to know about it. Does that satisfy your curiosity, sir?
Sure, for now.
Wonderful.
How many soldiers are there?
He's got 4 soldiers with him at the moment.
So there's 5, him and 4 others, so 5 total.
Yeah, and Lazlo hiding behind one of them.
But does Lazlo have a canteen that he can arm
Could he
himself?
throw?
Roll for canteen. Doesn't seem to have one at the moment. He doesn't seem to have a weapon. He doesn't seem to have most of his equipment. He is devoid of any means of defense.
And he's Lazlo, so he's pretty much a waste of space. Anyway.
Okay. That's not harsh at all, but okay.
That's Percy's assessment. I love you, Mike.
Well, the absents are always wrong, so, So,
you know what? You guys want this so bad, I'm just going to stand back and let you deal with the snake.
well, not that I do not trust you, but I wouldn't want you to start shooting us in the back while we are dealing with the Guardians, so how about we make a compromise? So my soldiers take care of the beasts, and I'll remain with you. Sounds fair?
Sounds fair.
Wonderful. Immediately...
Percy's just gonna, like, cock his Thompson gun, like he was totally gonna shoot them in the back, just so the guy knows.
Okay. Are you trying to cock the gun discreetly?
No, he's doing it, like,
Okay.
openly, like that was totally what he was thinking.
Okay. Immediately after the agreement is struck, all the soldiers in unison start to move towards the opening. There is no order that has been given. They just move there and immediately start shooting. Shooting bloody murder. There is bullets flying everywhere. Some of them you can actually see bounce from the scaly exterior of the giant snake. One of the soldiers was a little bit too close, and the tongue just wraps around it, and you can hear the horrible sound of it constricting around the guy and bones breaking until his head is actually bent into a very unnatural angle. The soldier has been swallowed whole, and the other ones do not take notice. They continue to shoot and just continue. One of them pulls a stack of dynamite and lights it up, stands it in the middle of the giant opening. There is the sound of the explosion is muffled because the whole snake was on top of it. You can see that as much damage as it could usually do to a human body, the snake itself has but a scratch. A heavy and deep scratch, mind you, but the snake is taking hits like a champ. While they are continuing to just completely drown it in bullets, the people downstairs, what exactly are you doing?
Well,
Is
either
there any
Percy
other exit?
stumbled onto an arsenal, or
Yeah.
we might
Yeah.
have company.
I'm pretty sure that in their head they can perfectly imagine Percy with like 2 Thompsons in each hand, just like
Fucking, he's gone from Indiana Jones to Rambo.
yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Rambo, that's what I was just thinking. Yeah.
Any other exit,
Fred's
you
gonna
mean?
look for any other way out than the hole we fell down.
Okay, give me a spot hidden, please.
Still with everything I do disadvantage right now.
Yes, at the
The
moment. Yeah.
penalty. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The
May I
severe.
Fair enough.
assist?
Doesn't hurt to ask.
May
You
I
can-
assist or try as well?
You can assist. Yeah,
Oh.
I would say that would have negated the penalty die, which means that this would have been a success, regular success, mind you.
Okay.
Looking around, you are pretty sure that there is no other exit than the hole that you guys just fell through. The room is hermetic, and probably not have not been visited in quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
What about the slab that the mummy was laying on? Does it look like just like a solid stone, or is it something that can be pried up to like have like a storage container inside or anything? Is it?
This is definitely a solid stone altar of sorts. You can definitely see that it has been heavily decorated with sculptures and engravings within it, but it's a solid block of rock.
All right, Fred, darling. There's a hell of a fight going on over there.
Yeah, I
And
can hear it.
this might be our best opportunity, if nothing else, just to move to a different part of the room. But we
Mhm.
gotta take old Sleepy here with us. So
That's the job.
let me see.
I got one arm, Jimmy.
Well,
My arm's broken.
yeah. Here's what I'm thinking. I've got a backpack and a fishing kit and a first aid kit, and I want to essentially dump out the backpack, preferably into my pockets because I don't want to leave like a bunch of stuff in there, especially
You
if
can put
we're
them in my
trying.
bag if you need. I got a
Yeah,
bag.
let's do that because the idea is I want to leave this spot and nobody knows where we went or that we were here because
Okay.
that does not sound like just Percy's rifle anymore. And
Big explosion. Yeah, maybe there else something going on.
Oh,
Yeah,
ye
right.
of little faith.
all right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna stand up on the altar and I'm gonna try and boost Winnifred up so that she can mantle up onto the side because it was only like an 8-foot drop, right?
Oh no.
Oh no, we fell.
Oh
I
no, you
fell
guys
enough to
fell.
break my arm.
You fell a very deep hole. The only reason you guys are still somewhat alive is the sort of like angle in which you fell, but the fall
On second
was
thought,
quite high. But I mean, you're welcome
on
to
second
try.
thought, I've got. Well, can I? Does it look like something that I could try to climb out of? Is there enough, or is the wall just like a solid slab? You said there was decorations on it. Is there something I could wedge my fingers into?
There are ways to climb it. It is a little slippery and old, so you're not exactly sure how solid the pieces of walls are. But the pit that you fell through is not exactly as decorated as the rest of the room. The room itself is very decorated. This is basically just a pit, but as such, it has not been, smoothed over. So there are places where you could try to grab and try to take a hold. It will be a heavy climb, though. Not in terms of difficulty, but in terms of length.
Length. All right, Fred.
Or anything that'll help you out.
I don't even know if I should try that, because if I slip, my body's already not really responding to me. I've got another idea. Well, you just take that shotgun and go sit over in the opposite corner there, and try not to draw a lot of attention to yourself. Maybe hide up underneath the burn bits of that chest over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to sit right here and get somebody's attention. I'm praying it's Percy, but just in case, I'm going to take out the flamethrower tube.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to sit, put like the mummy on top of me.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say hold her hostage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is the face or like mouth exposed at all, or is it like solidly wrapped?
I'm sorry?
Like the mummy, like the body.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I'm going to stick the tube in her mouth and just sit there with the finger on the button. Like, let's do this.
Okay.
So,
her body is devoid of any wrappings, any clothes. The body is naked. You have absolutely a complete way to put the intimidation tactic.
Yep. The flamethrower is going in her mouth, and I'm just going to sit there and look up.
This doesn't look weird at all.
No, it's all right.
Not in the slightest.
Clearly, you've never been to Singapore. Anyway.
I mean, what? We need to do another interlude just about that. But okay.
Jimmy's been through some stuff. But no, you know what? I'm tired. I don't even care. I'm just going to lay back, and honestly, I'm just going to rest. I'm just going to rest until somebody shows up at the lip.
Okay.
If it's somebody I know, great. If not, we'll take it from there.
Okay.
Is there anything I could try to hide behind?
I mean, there is the altar itself that could definitely be a good hiding place.
Should I do a stealth to see?
Yeah, that would be pretty good. Yeah, it would be somewhat next to the burning crate, the burning chest. So they might not notice you. Yeah, give me a stealth check.
Is there any way I can assist? Like if I just sit there and watch, I'm like, hey, your leg's sticking out, Fred.
You could, but considering her role, it would not really help because it would just negate the penalty die and would not help, unfortunately. But I mean,
so I'm like a little kid. I'm hiding.
You're hiding, yeah, or catch.
Fred,
you know,
I can still see you.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, the room is fairly small, so there's not a lot of places where you could actually be. But as you guys are just hiding, taking in the situation, and just waiting for anyone to show up, Percy.
So how about this? Mm-hmm. Which of my arms is broken? You didn't really say.
I would say it's the left one.
Good. So I could. How about if I just prop the rifle up on the thing so I don't have to hold it, and I have, and then I'm there, not hidden, but lined up to shoot if
sort of an Overwatch position.
You get into trouble, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
Meanwhile, upstairs, it takes a long time and a ridiculous amount of bullets, but the snake is starting to just weaken and stops attacking after a while. You can see that it tries to go back and sort of recoil around the central dais. The soldiers do not stop. They continue shooting and shooting, aiming specifically at the open wounds, and shooting and shooting and shooting until the snakes moves no more. During that whole scene, the leader of the soldiers is impassible. He just looks at Percy straight in the eyes, smirks a little bit, and waits. He does not move a finger. He does not, act. He does not try to engage in conversation or something. He just stays there. But as the snake stops moving, well, It seems we can now move in a little bit safer. After you, my friend.
No. After you.
He grabs Lazlo by the scruff and tosses him inside the opening. No, I insist. And follows Lazlo. Lazlo falls to the floor and is basically face to face with a dead giant 100 feet long snake. And he has this moment of, humility and silence. He does not exactly how to react.
Really,
It's
you
like
got nothing to say, Lazlo? Snake got your tongue?
The dais is somewhat high, though. Now that the snake is not there, it was kind of hiding in this sort of giant stairs that were like rising circularly around that. But now it's quite high. Do you follow the leader? By the way.
Yeah, Percy will stroll on in, but he's staying back.
Okay, no problem.
He's
You can now, without... yeah?
one question: would Percy be able to ascertain how much ammo the soldiers still have? Like, are they low on ammo?
I'm gonna call that a
Or-
rifle check, actually.
So I roll my rifle.
Yeah, roll your rifle and see what's what. Okay.
Oh, it's close.
hard,
So close.
hard to gauge. They have shot a lot. And I mean a lot. And judging by the size of their backpacks, they probably don't have that much ammo left at the moment. Only one of them threw a dynamite stick, but it's fair to assume that probably some others still have. So you're not exactly sure what the ammo situation here right now. As they get inside, again, without giving any orders, all the soldiers start to fashion a sort of hook of some sorts at the end of a rope and try to launch it toward the dais and try to find a climbing situation. They have length and length of ropes. Are you helping in any way?
Cool. No, he's gonna leave them to it, but he will say to the leader, "It's like, do you know how many of us are down here?"
If reports are to be believed, I'm assuming that there's at least one of your friends still here. I'm not exactly sure if there are more or if it's really relevant. He looks at the soldiers and says, I still feel that we have an edge.
Let's play this game.
But I mean,
Yeah.
you're welcome to prove
You're not
me
very-
wrong.
You're not very good at this, are you?
You would be quite surprised. He watches the soldiers and seems to be looking a little bit more frustrating as they are missing their shot with the hooks. And yeah, he has trouble hiding his anger. One thing you notice though is that you have encountered that being before in the forest, but you cannot for the life of you look at him in the eye. There is something that just like chases your sight away. You just remain in the room?
Yeah, just watching what happens. We're biding my time,
Okay.
but you don't know that.
No, I know. Of course. He turns to Lazlo and hands him a rope. Would you care to try? I mean, I could try. And he just aims the hook that just reaches probably like 5 feet up and falls limp onto the ground. You can see in the face of the leader that he has a moment of, is he shitting me or is he actually... And he realizes, no, like that's probably his...
That's
Yeah.
That's his
That's
best
actually
shot.
his strength.
Eventually, it takes
Percy sort of.
face bombs. After a few missed shots, a few of the ropes finally find purchase, and one of the soldiers starts to climb. He puts his rifle on his back with a strap and starts to climb on top of the dais.
Fred.
Once he
Fred.
reaches the top, he tries to adjust the rope and attach it to whatever remains of the throne that got completely busted when you got thrown on top of it. There is one rope that seems to be a little bit more solid, and two of the other soldiers are now. One of the other soldiers is climbing. The other soldier is currently remaining with you, Lazlo, and the leader. What do you do?
Wait and see.
Yeah. People downstairs. A few moments after the gunshots have stopped, you can see coming from the hole, a rope comes down. Do you do anything at that point?
Hey, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Looks like they're maybe going to be coming down one at a time. We might want to try to take care of them silently, so the ones following don't realize we're down here armed.
Here's a
Machete?
better idea. We can try that, but keep in mind we've only got one right now. I think our best bet is actually to just keep them from coming down here in the first place.
Can I get a spot hidden from the two of you, please? Okay.
Hey.
Yay.
Okay. Now that the fire on the crate is subsiding a little bit, it's still, like red hot embers, but you can see a little bit more what is or was inside. You can definitely see that there used to be some papers or scrolls of sorts. There are remainings of completely burned vestments, robes, probably.
Mm-hmm.
What you can see is that there is this sort of, how can I say? In like suitcases when there's foam and there's like a slot for something specific with a specific shape.
Yep.
You can see something like that inside the crate, but the slot itself is empty. Something circular was here at some point, but it's not anymore. And you notice two weird objects. You can see a sort of like coiled up piece of leather that kind of makes you feel like a whip. The other you can find is a sort of like 3 feet long scepter. Very goldy. I mean, burned to shit, like it's covered in soot, but it is quite intricate and probably expensive. But there was just a note since the fire is dying down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you like to do?
Fred, we ain't got forever. Here's the thing. If that's not Percy coming down, we don't know how many there are. And I don't know about you, but I'm tuckered. You caught me on any other day, maybe, but right now I don't think I could do it. So here's my plan. I'm just going to try and keep them from coming down here. And so I'm going to, with the hostage, kind of move over to the opposite side of the hole from the rope.
Mm.
And I very much, I'm trying to channel that scene from Indiana Jones where he shows up with the rocket launcher pointed at the ark. It's like, hello! And so that's just, hi there, what y'all doing?
When you look up the hole, you can see sort of like midway, the sort of 40 feet drop, there is a soldier hanging onto the rope and looking down, and he stops. He just fucking stops and doesn't move for a bit. There is a clear look of confusion on his face, and not exactly what you're doing. You're pretty explicit in what you're trying to do. It's more a question of what he's doing from there on.
You should probably just turn around and go back up there, bud. Just get the fella in charge on the line here.
Give me an intimidate check. By the situation, this would usually grant you a bonus die, but since you have like a penalty, usually it's just a straight roll.
All right, let's see. Intimidate is oof. That's a miserable failure.
You can.
We're ready for some of the single digits.
You can if
Dice.
you want. Don't forget that if
Push
you want,
it.
you can push it. Just know that there could be a consequence if you fail. Up to you.
Okay. Yeah.
But-
No. Like that thing's gonna come out, fire off a burst of fire up in like not at him, but like up into the air, and then back in. It's like, do you really want to play this game?
Okay, roll me your
Really?
push roll.
Come on, boy.
At which point he goes, yes, and then just jumps onto me.
Oh,
That's
There
a
we
success.
nice.
Okay. The whoosh of fire coming up the chimney immediately like gets him to recoil a bit, and he starts to climb back up. You can
That's what I thought.
Percy, from where you are right now, you see that one of the soldiers emerges from the hole and goes down the rope on the other side and goes to the leader. Sir, I think we have a problem. They have the dreamer as a hostage, and they seem to be ready to dispatch. Okay. He turns to you, Percy. It seems that your friends are resourceful.
As I said, you're not very good at this, but we are.
Roll me, just for shits and giggles, roll me an intimidate.
Not a deception because we suck at
Just we're failing up. That's it. We're just failing up. That's okay.
There's a clear lack of reaction from him, but he orders the two soldiers to keep you in check. They both go, kind of like side to side by you and keep their rifles close. The leader is starting to ascend the rope, trying to go up the dais. Is there something you're trying about that? Or do you just wait and see?
Wait and see.
Okay.
So there's currently 3 soldiers in my.
Only 2, because one of them stayed at the top of the dais, one of them got eaten, so there's only 2 with you.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I like those odds. Percy Cunningham can do that.
He,
As the guy
yeah.
as the guy is climbing, can I do something outrageous?
Oh,
Please.
If I ever say that, if I ever say no to that, you can stop playing with me.
Okay, so Percy, with the guys side by side, he's still holding his
Thompson.
ready.
Yes, indeed.
He wants to bash one of them with the butt of the Thompson, and then
Bayonet's the
sticks.
other one.
No, not bayonet, just point blank, fucking unleash.
Okay. So I'm going to need 2 rolls from that. Actually 3 rolls, technically. Because you're going to first brawl. Then try to be fast enough to be able to shoot him in the face before he does. And then a rifle shot. So starts with the brawl for the, thing across the face. 6
That's a
to
fail.
8. That's a fail.
Fuck.
Is it a close fail?
Let's actually see, because the soldier is going to actually try to counterattack. That is going to be a failure as well. So good thing is none of you take damage, but he just like pushes you back, and his colleague behind you. You can feel the barrel of his rifle against your back right now. Do not try that again. Understood?
I'm allowed. Just a bit of kung fu in the morning, you know.
Mhm.
As you do.
As you do. From the bottom of the pit, you can hear a voice now yelling at you from the top. Hello downstairs. I hope you are okay.
Oh, just absolutely peachy, man. I don't know if you've ever been down in a hole like this, but this is a fantastic hole that we're in.
I'm happy that you find it to your liking. Now, would you be interested in not spending the few remaining days that you have in that hole? Or should I leave you there?
Really, I'd be more interested in making sure it's more than a few remaining days, personally.
That seems fair. Your colleague up there with the rifle was somewhat cooperative so far. Somewhat. He just takes a glance at you, Percy, that is currently being, held at rifle point. I would be open to getting you out of that hole if you are open to being reasonable.
Well, that depends entirely on what reasonable requires.
First of all, I think he goes without saying, but the dreamer stays alive.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we do, sure.
Fantastic. I am open to getting you all... How many of you are there down?
Oh, well, right now, there's me, and that's all you fucking need to know.
Okay. So I'm prepared to get you and the dreamer out of this hole and leave you, your gun-toting friend, and your... I don't know how to describe him.
He's more like a mascot more than anything, really. We just kind of keep him around for good luck.
Well, how is that working out for you so far?
Well, I ain't dead.
Fair enough. So, my deal is the following. We get you out. We escort you to the outside of the temple. You are welcome to leave. We are welcome to leave. We leave with the dreamer, but you leave with your lives.
All right, counter offer.
I'm listening.
You pull someone out, then you back off. Let me come out the hole, because here's the thing. I just don't trust you to not do something shady while I'm indisposed on the rope. But if y'all are not on the top up there, then so far I'm not having a problem with this strategy here.
That sounds like a deal. I would shake your
All right.
hand, but I need to back off, apparently.
Well. I said first you got to
Winnifred
get
whisper
someone out of
something
the
to Jimmy?
hole.
What was that, Fred?
Can I whisper something to Jimmy?
Oh, you can definitely try, yeah.
Ask him how many he's got on his side, and to have Percy confirm, just so we know what's up there.
We'll get there. We'll get there. But if I start doing that, it looks weird. But they're gonna get you out of this hole. They're gonna get you out of this hole, and then you gonna make sure they clear off the top.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, before y'all go, y'all need to throw down a rope with a loop on it, and I'm gonna send someone up there to verify before we do all this, because trust but verify is what my mom always told me.
Seems like a very wise woman. Please wait.
She was right till that done gator got her, but she didn't verify.
Gator.
The
Fucking redneck.
Yep. I mean,
Redneck with explosives. Beware. So,
Yeah. Is there any other kind of redneck?
All of Oklahoma is cheering for you right now.
Percy, from where you are, you can see the leader just rises up and look at the soldier who goes down the rope, goes to one of the soldiers that is currently aiming at you, and starts to shuffle through his backpack, getting another rope out of it. He puts it around his torso, make it snug and tight, and starts to climb again. Do you do anything while he's doing that, or do you just
Can he
be peaceful?
Can he hear what we said?
Percy,
I would say that Percy could hear what the leader said, but your voices are probably a little bit too muffled by the 40 feet drop.
A stone, yeah.
Yes, Percy?
Percy's gonna light a cigarette and have a smoke.
Okay. Relaxing. There is a moment of...
Not so much relaxing, more biding his time.
Okay. There's a twitch from one of the soldiers that's in front of you the moment you reach for, the lighter and everything. But looking at what you are pulling out and seeing that it's just the cigarettes, he kind of relaxes a little bit, but keeps his aim on you at all times. After...
Percy will offer both the soldiers a cigarette. Can I interest you, chaps, in a smoke?
Can you roll me a psychology check, please?
Oh, I'm
Get
actually
in
not
that
bad
head.
at those. Actually not bad at those. But,
Oh,
oh,
that's a hard success. You see that they hear you, they understand your words, but it's like they don't register. Something about those soldiers' attitude gives you the feeling that they're not necessarily masters of their own body right now. They are just in autopilot, and when you offer the cigarettes, there is absolutely no reaction whatsoever. He is a blank body right now.
weird.
Indeed. After a few moments, you guys down the pit see a rope with a loop going down. Does that feel like a good enough transportation device?
Well, Fred, do you think you can get out with that?
If they help, I can't climb that rope.
That's why I had to put the loop in it,
So
that you can throw it under your arms and still hold the gun.
Yeah, I'll sling. Well, I can't. I'm gonna have to hold on with one hand, so I'm gonna have to sling the gun.
If you put it over your shoulders and up under your arms with the knot in front of you, you can rest the rifle on the rope, and essentially using your feet, you'll walk up the ledge while they pull.
Okay.
Kind of like, like 1960s Batman climbing up a building sort of thing?
Yeah,
exactly.
Getting away from the shark. I'm going to have my shark repellent ready.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
So,
The bat
shotgun
shark
will be a
repellent.
good... shotguns are any repellent, just say.
Right. So, that's what I'll do.
Okay.
Sounds like a good plan.
Easy enough to do with Jimmy's instructions. You can definitely get the rope a little bit around you, and they start to pull. The ascent itself is not necessarily the most comfortable. It's still hurting your arm very much. Yes, Fred?
We would have taken the whip and the
stuff out of the
staff
chest.
or whatever. Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't want to leave that.
Not a problem.
Inside.
The staff itself, remember, it is like 3 feet long.
Yeah.
So how do you exactly want to proceed? First of all, do you leave for example, the whip openly visible, or what do you do?
I think the whip can probably fit in my bag, and maybe the staff.
Yeah, absolutely.
I could put it wedge it in the. If I have the rifle kind of around me, I can wedge it.
Okay.
In the straps.
Sounds good.
And it's sooty, so maybe they don't notice.
Okay. The whip, not a problem. Although manipulating it is a little bit tough. You do notice that all along the whip side of it, the lash itself, there are definitely some sort of white, sharp spines. Kind of like reminiscing you of, a snake's fang or something, all across the lash. So
Okay.
manipulating it, you almost like cut yourself a few times, but you do manage to yank it inside the backpack, no problem. The scepter itself is a little bit more problematic. You can kind of like stick it behind the loop and the backpack, but it's a little bit complicated. You can try, but you will definitely have less success with your rifle if you're also trying to keep the staff with you. Up to you.
Okay. I'm not that great with the rifle anyway, so let's do it.
Sounds good.
It's more for show. We all do this.
Okay. Could you roll me a power roll, please?
Power. There we go.
Success. Okay. As you grab the scepter, you are immediately experiencing some flashes, some absolutely terrifying visions of snakes. Snakes absolutely everywhere. They, how can I say it? You can see just the room, the walls of your apartment, and through every window, every nook and cranny, every sink or bathtub, snakes are emerging. They are all around you, and they are absolutely fucking terrifying. From now on until further notice, you suffer from ophidiophobia, which is the phobia of snakes. So keep that in mind for the future. Hello, Mini Will.
Little shark girl.
Yeah, it's the shark.
Nevertheless, you...
Okay, so I'm sorry. I got distracted by the cute thing. I'm suffering what?
Fear of snakes.
Fear of snakes. Okay.
Acute snake phobia.
That shouldn't be a problem on the two-head serpent mission, right?
Yeah.
Probably
or just
not.
in the jungle. In general.
I don't see why this would be a problem.
No, a mere footnote.
Nevertheless, you rise up. You feel that there's more to this scepter than meets the eye. You feel that there is something off about it, and you cannot put your finger on it just yet. But they start to pull on the rope, and you Batman your way up. Uncomfortably, the broken arm is painful as all shit, but you do manage to arrive at the end of the hole, where you can see two soldiers just pulling you up. The leader is here with a pistol, just like keeping you in check while you emerge from the hole. What do you do?
I'm not gonna say anything, just get out and try to get back down the other side so I'm not up on the...
No, you're supposed to stay on top to make sure that they clear off so I can come up.
They clear off. Okay, you're gonna climb up?
I'm gonna find it out.
All right.
Are you trying to descend on the other side then, or to stay up?
No. I didn't understand. That's what Jimmy was asking me to do.
Okay. The leader just extends a hand and tries to help you up. Percy, from
I don't have one available.
Yeah, Percy, from what you can see, Fred is alive. Fred is not well at the moment. Fred's arm is definitely exhibiting something popping out that shouldn't be, and she's not doing well. But at the very least, she's alive. The leader just puts his head on top of the hole. Does that feel like good enough for you at the moment? Your friend is up, alive, and well-ish.
Well, the plan here was now y'all go back down.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, you can leave someone up there to help, but honestly, I think it'd be best if you just tied some ropes and poles from the other side, because, we're still earning this tenuous trust that we got building here. Let's not put it in jeopardy, shall we?
Understandable. However, I might argue that judging by your friend's condition, odds are you are quite damaged as well, and not that I do not trust your capabilities, I'm not exactly sure you can rise up the hole with the Dreamer by your means. So...
All right, well, let's do this. Let's do this, shall we? Toss that rope with the loop on it back down. Then you go and tie the end of one of the ropes that you climbed up with to it.
Yes.
And as I climb up, if I start to fall, you just catch her from down there. Get the fuck off the top.
Roll me a...
So bossy.
I'm not having it.
I will give you the choice between Intimidate or Persuade. Both of them work for me.
Intimidate or persuade. Let's see.
Persuasive redneck.
Let's see. Where is persuade
That's
on
sweet
here?
talk for redneck.
I will change the opening video to include, like persuasive redneck as the role.
Persuasive redneck.
And just banjo music.
I'm going to go with intimidate because
all right,
it's significantly better than mine.
I will it doesn't change much, but okay, that's a failure. If you want, again,
I got 35 luck. I'm burning 5.
Burning 5. All right. He says, "Okay, fair enough." He reluctantly invites Winnifred to go down as well. But the soldiers are currently tying the ropes together, making sure that all of them are sort of like secured in the same, in a very, very tight way. One of the soldiers goes down. There's only you and the leader right now on top. I will go down with your friend at the moment, and we'll help you out from the other side.
Nah, the hell you will. Fred, you stay there. Just keep watching them bastards.
Look, you got my paycheck or what? Calm the fuck down, Jimmy. you
right, you have the hostage then.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
I mean, you got a better plan.
No, she just sassing.
Okay.
Fine. I'll wait here.
He definitely hesitates before doing anything, but this is sort of like a no-win situation. So at the moment, he reluctantly accepts and starts going down the rope, leaving only you on top of the dais. The loop is down. It is attached on the other side. They are ready to pull. What do you do?
Okay, so go ahead, man. Percy.
Just having a little observation. Can Percy see a stick of dynamite and an exposed wick to the dynamite on either of the soldiers?
Give me a spot hidden.
Oh, fuck.
You asked me, can he see? What did you think was going to happen? Would you look at that? Hard success. So you do see on the soldier that is currently coming down the rope from the dais, you can definitely see inside his backpack the shape of stacks of dynamites. The wick itself is not necessarily just like, easily grabbable, but you can see that he definitely has 1 or 2 sticks in his bag at the moment.
That's the guy that is one of the 2 that's got him side by side.
No, that's the one that was on top of the dais with the leader that is currently coming down. You can see it while he's coming down.
I was specifically trying to look on the guys that were by him.
Okay, the 2 that are next to you, the one that is behind you, we don't really have clear view on that. The one that is in front of you, however, it seems that he has probably 1 stick. Judging by the shape on his backpack, there is probably still 1 stick in it. It's a loose backpack, sort of like cloth kind of thing.
But I can't see the wick.
You cannot see the wick from where you are, unfortunately.
No, that's cool.
It's there.
That was a waste of a really good roll.
But good looking out. The leader and the soldiers are now downstairs. They are ready to to pull. Jimmy, what do you do?
All right, so
I'll give them all clear.
all right, I'm gonna take my backpack
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna loosen up the straps as much as I can. And the idea is I'm gonna put the lasso over her upper torso.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna put her legs through the back, like the arm straps, and then I'm gonna put the backpack on, so it kind of like holds her to me.
Okay.
That way, if I fall and she gets caught, I don't plummet to the fucking earth.
That's a fair point.
And then, yeah, with that, I'm going to start working my way up.
Okay.
So, pull
We
tension.
need some comic book panels for this shit.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Yeah, right?
Honestly, this is my biggest frustration as a DM. I wish I could draw some scenes from that thing, because that looks sick.
Yeah.
The everything
Freddie,
is
have him pull the slack out, Freddie.
Okay. The soldier starts to pull, and it resists. It seems to be a little bit more heavy than he expected. The soldier that was currently behind you, Percy, is leaving your side to go help pulling the rope. They are now both of them pulling the rope very tightly and painfully and slowly rising you up, Jimmy.
All right. So I'm also trying to climb, because there was the one with the lasso and then one in the hole, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like I'm trying to help pull while they pull and just kind of work my way up. Like every time I pull up, I'm just gonna wrap the rope around my foot, stand on it, use that to stand up, etc., and just kind of slowly make my way.
Okay. Since they are helping, I would say that it will cancel out your penalty die. I would like you to roll me a straight roll for a climb check, please.
All right, straight roll for climb. Here we go.
Quite a few times you lose your footing, and the few stones just fall dozens of feet behind under you. You do not fall to your death, thankfully, but the ascent is really
planning.
Yeah, but the ascent is definitely impeded, and the only reason you haven't fallen yet is that the ascent of the mummy is currently kind of blocking the way and keeping you. Yeah, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of efforts. You can definitely, both Fred and Percy, you hear the two soldiers grunt heavily trying to pull Jimmy up. Okay, sounds good. Percy, at the moment,
Yes.
I don't know if you would like to do anything about that, but the leader is focused on the two people pulling the rope and making sure that there is no shenanigans from Jimmy. There is only one soldier in front of you. Do you do anything about that, or do you, again, bite your time? I'm okay with both.
Can Percy get his switchblade out and just fucking cut the guy's throat?
Oh.
Quietly.
Quietly? Okay. Let's start with a brawl check, and we will make it a stealth check right after.
I'm just hearing the James Bond, the video games. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, God. Oh, that's a fumble.
I'm setting you up. We're setting you up here. Why? Why do you hate this?
Ah.
Can I? Oh!
Yes, I'm listening.
I fucking hate this game.
Apparently, it hates you too.
It hates you right back.
Which means, do you want to keep that roll or push it or anything?
Can how do I push my luck on this one?
Make it one of those failing up things, you go to drop it, you kick the knife, and it stabs him in the throat. One of those, good. You kick it.
Fading upwards. I'm all for it.
It's our only direction, you guys.
Yeah, right?
as he fumbles with the knife, he's just gonna fucking lamp him on the side of the head and then go for the stab.
Okay, then roll me your push roll. Hope it's gonna go great. You cannot use... okay, that's perfect. You're lucky because you cannot use luck on a push roll, so that's great. You fall in front of you, like missing your thing, but at the same time you clock him on the side of the head. It hurts like a motherfucker, and you immediately take the switchblade and stick it in his neck. Give me a stealth check to see how discreet your fading upwards has been.
Oh, fucking yes!
Actually, good. You stick it right into his throat. There is a very strong gurgle that only you can hear right now, but at the moment, no noise emits from that guard. He's gone. What do you do?
So there's...
I would say that Fred, you do notice the scene from up there. You have a perfect view of everything. You definitely see what happened.
I do not react.
Good.
How close is Jimmy to the top, I guess?
This is a good question that Percy would not know of.
He's just gonna, after he's dispatched the guard, he's just gonna stand there. Like, because they're distracted, right? They haven't noticed.
Right.
Just weekend at Bernie's. You just standing there with the arm around the like, now. It's like, give him
He was dead when I arrived. I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's not my fault.
Okay.
Yeah, he's ready to shoot.
Okay. No problem. So who would you be aiming at if you're ready to shoot? The leader. Okay. Do you keep your current position, or do you try to get a little bit closer in order to have a better chance of hitting him, if need be?
Well, I've failed my rifle checks at point blank, so
okay,
doesn't really matter.
That's good. Okay.
This game sucks.
Can Jimmy see Fred?
I would say that Jimmy, you're unbeknownst to Percy, you're probably like 5 to 10 feet from the opening. You can definitely see Fred right now.
So when Fred first got up, there were 3 guards and the boss?
There was overall 3 guards at the boss. Right now there's only 2 guards and the boss. 2 guards are currently pulling the rope. Everybody's downstairs.
Right. So she's going to put her hand down in the well and just go like this.
Oh. Yes, Percy?
For Jimmy.
And then seeing her do that, I'm like, okay, shit's happening. I'm gonna stand up on the rope to try to give myself a little bit of slack. And I'm just going to wrap my hand to literally tie it, so even if I fall, it'll just hold.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna hug into the wall and be like, just keep going.
Yes, Percy?
With my amazing stealth roll,
yes.
Can I get the dynamite off the dead body?
Oh, you mean your regular success roll? Yes, of course you can. no problem. Yes. You can see that he has indeed one stick left. Yes.
It was an average success. It was
a 30
below the roll.
Yeah, which is just too short of the hard success. So yeah, it's like a good regular success.
It's an amazing roll for me.
That is absolutely true. But nevertheless, you do have access to the guy's backpack, and it's not something that is noisy enough to really alert the leader right now. So you do have the stick of dynamite in your hand.
Holy shit.
And a lit cigarette.
And a lit cigarette indeed.
Good combo.
Biding my time.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Biding everybody's time, apparently. That's going to be interesting.
And Fred was as prepared, because she was sort of on guard at the top, so she's got her gun ready.
Jimmy's
I
ascension
just started holding on, because even if I don't know that it's the guards, but she just started giving me a countdown as far as I can tell. So I was just fuck it. So I'm basically just braced on there so that if all the weight suddenly lands on me when they stop pulling, I'm not going to fall.
Okay,
So,
I see. But do
I'm
you...
basically just trying to wrap myself into the rope and just hold.
Okay, but do you try to continue the ascent?
I'm going to hold for a second because she started giving me a countdown, so I'm just stopped. For
Okay. Percy, you can see that the two soldiers that are currently pulling seem to be struggling quite a bit more. The leader's like, everything's okay up there.
She'll give Jimmy one of these.
And then he'll start moving up. I just got fucking stuck, slipped on the damn rock. Anyway, move it. Start muttering.
Okay. The muttering doesn't really reach
Jimmy.
the leader at the moment. So, Fred, do you want to convey some of the impressions down, or do you just let stuff happen? Because the leader does not hear Jimmy mumbling.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't help him at all.
Okay.
Because I'm barely on with just one hand, but maybe I'll let Percy know that Jimmy's almost there. So just, all right, just a couple more feet, bud. And
just hear incoherent babbling. Yeah, fucking do on for you.
Okay.
Just waving the three. There's three.
Percy's waving the dynamite, sort of, oh, give me the signal.
Come on, you little monkey. See if he gets my hint.
So let's decompose the action. The Jimmy/Mummy bundle reaches the end of the pit. You currently have a hold on the edges of the pit and hoist yourself up as much as possible.
As much as possible. Like at this point, it's okay. I'm starting to drag myself up. Like I'd climb up, lock my feet, and then try to beached whale get my chest up on there. Yep, exactly. Just trying to get as much as I can up, and then just.
Okay. Okay, which means that you have currently reached the top, and the mummy is almost there as well. There's just a few inches left that you can help pull out if you want.
I was gonna say she should be on my back.
Oh yeah, right. She's
her
on
head
the
should be above mine.
Yeah, true.
So she should be fully on the platform.
She's getting a piggyback ride.
So both of you are currently on top at the moment. Only Fred has a view on this because of the position that the guards have at the bottom of the dais. Fred, what do you do?
I'm gonna look at Jimmy and give him are you
Percy,
good?
you mean?
You ready?
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, no, to Jimmy.
To Jimmy, okay.
Yeah, no, good.
All right, then she's gonna give one to Percy.
Okay, Percy.
I wanted to check with Jimmy first, and then.
Okay, Percy, what's happening?
Percy takes a cigarette, holds it to the wick of the dynamite, and he lets it burn for a little bit of time, so he knows that when he lobs it, it's gonna explode basically as it hits them. As an ex-soldier, I feel he would be able to time that.
Oh yes.
Quite precisely.
Plus, this is not the first time you're manipulating dynamite since you have been in Bolivia. So,
right, I've been using it quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
dynamite kid.
I started investing.
You light up the
and
fuse.
He's throwing it in a very specific place near the guy with the backpack full of dynamite.
Oh. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I will need a throw roll, but you get two bonus dice because they are they do not expect it at all.
I was gonna say if you fumble this one, man.
So no,
but
so you put you put a bonus die and then you roll again, a normal one. So basically you have 3 rolls. One of them has to be below a 20.
So, I put the bonus die on and I roll 3 times.
You put the bonus die, you roll. That's going to be you plus the bonus die, and then you roll normally once more to do the third roll, the second bonus die. Just roll a straight roll again. Oh. Okay.
Luck points.
Luck points.
This is a good place to spend them.
You yank the lit dynamite that goes whoosh, 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 and falls next to the guy with the backpack. The leader immediately has a moment of recall when he sees it, but just not fast enough. As an enormous explosion resonates throughout the whole chamber, the leader is pushed back for quite a few feet. The two soldiers are missed. And right now, Fred and Jimmy, you now start to feel you feel the full impact of the dynamite because it exploded right at the bottom of the dais, next to the wall, and you can feel the dais itself wobbling quite a bit. You're not exactly sure how stable it will remain. You currently are on a very unstable dais.
Yeah.
Can you roll me, Percy, if you would be so kind, a 4d6.
What have I
please.
done? How many?
Yeah, 4d6s. Okay. The leader was not exactly next to it. He was not in close contact like the other ones, but he is knocked to the side. You're not exactly sure if he's dead or unconscious, but he's not moving.
I will full auto unleash into his body with my Thompson.
Okay. You can definitely get in there up close and personal and unleash. There is no roll required for an unmoving, untrying target at close range. So that game is not so bad after all, you see. The leader is fully dead, and you still have trouble watching him because of the weird texture that appears on his body as you are unleashing the torrent of bullets onto him. Something scaly on his skin. It's like his image flickers a bit, and you really have trouble keeping an eye on him. Meanwhile, the two acrobats on top, the dais is very unstable. You have very limited time before it falls. What do you do?
Let's get down.
Okay, give me a climb check.
I was going to try to rappel down, but all right.
That's going to be the same check. Ooh,
Jesus.
Interesting.
Well, rappelling has a little bit more safety in it.
Are you considering pushing your roll, Fred?
Yeah, I
or
mean,
using luck if you have
climb.
enough.
I don't have enough luck to get from 40 to
So
20.
what do you do different in order to descend?
Can I get the rope that had because the
use
Jimmy
the
and
scepter
mummy
like
are
use the scepter like a
Zip
flying
line.
fox.
You could try that if you want.
like a what?
Flying fox. I don't know what you people call
I
it
don't know.
on the other side of the world.
What is that geeky
zip
thing you're
line.
trying to say? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
zip line, yeah. Yeah, but the problem is that line has to be tied to something.
And also,
Otherwise, you
I
just
only have
drop.
one arm that's working right now. So,
Fred,
can I try to loop the rope around me
Yes, you can.
and use that to help me? Did you have a suggestion, Jimmy?
I was going to say we just all basically we just tie in as a bundle, and then we just rappel.
Okay.
Who's going to be in charge of that bundle? Because you currently have Fred, you, and the unconscious
I'm
mummy.
the only one with 2 arms.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's me.
2-armed man.
All right. Roll me a dexterity check, because you're gonna have to tie that very, very fast.
Okay. Dexterity.
It's in your characteristics
Yep,
on
I
the
see
left.
it. Hell yeah.
I mean, you're quite deft despite all your various and numerous injuries, but you do manage to get everybody in a bundle and rappel down, not with a lot of grace, mind you, but you do rush down the if you could feel pain, you could feel definitely the sort of like burning on your hands as you slide down. And unbeknownst to you, you lose 1 hit point, but you are down.
Thank God we did
God
that first
there's a
aid
healing.
earlier, because now I'm back to 1 again.
You are now onto the
You
ground.
never know when that one hit point is going to matter.
That one hit point's gonna save.
You, Fred, and the mummy are down, still tied up together, but you can definitely see that the dais is currently like falling towards you. What do?
We need to get the fuck out of here, boys.
Side. We're going sideways. Don't run.
No.
Go sideways. That way it'll fall past us.
So you're not in the Prometheus school of running away from things.
Yeah, running
Yeah.
away from things. Yeah. And we're gonna try to outrun the boulders. No, out. We're
No.
going sideways.
Okay, so both of you just shimmy your way out as much as you can possibly move, pulling the mummy with you. Percy, from what you can see, there is a tower that seems to be falling roughly in your direction. What do you do?
He goes sideways too.
He goes
Grab
sideways too.
Laszlo. Dude, grab Lazlo and go sideways.
Lazlo is actually on the opening and he's just yelling at Percy, "This way, please! This way!"
Quickly,
Yeah.
this way. That was falling.
Thank you. I wouldn't have thought of that.
I mean, I aim to
do,
help.
do you need me to make any roll?
That's going to be a... I'm going to make it a dexterity roll or strength roll, depending on if you want to book it super fast or if you want to, dodge things. Hard success, not a problem. You just book it and avoid any piece of debris that is falling your way. And as the entire dais just falls to the ground and goes in an enormous boom, and that resonates all across this like 200-foot chamber, the sound is kind of slowly subsiding. You have probably some tinnitus going on right now in your ear because of the sheer impact of the dynamite and everything falling.
Everyone's deaf.
But
Yeah.
at the moment,
Mwah.
everything is calmer, and you are safe-ish.
Get out. No.
Who's not
Get outta
dead?
here.
Sound off.
Yo.
I'm alive. I'm alive and well.
Go.
Ich bin okay.
All right. Well, that's
It's
all
been okay.
of
Did
us. And at which point Jimmy's just gonna kind of like take like 2 steps and then just kind of like fall down, just like, okay, I need a minute. I'm gonna need a minute. Unless one of y'all want to carry
maybe
this thing.
Percy can carry
Yeah.
our friend.
Fred, as you look a little bit
This is
around
the
in
first.
the...
This is the first time Percy's seeing the mummy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just get a description again for the player because I wasn't really
Yes,
paying
indeed.
attention.
You can basically see a humanoid kind of figure, female presenting. You can see the shape of breath and like feminine, more like lithe figure, but the body itself is covered in scales and the face has more like snake-like features. It's sort of a human-snake hybrid kind of thing, and it is
And
glistening and
unconscious.
unconscious.
and we're our
Is it breathing?
we're our.
It is.
Oh shit!
Sorry, what was the question, Jimmy?
It's breathing. It's alive. I thought this thing was
Were
dead
we-
half the time.
Were we supposed to bring it in alive or dead?
Alive.
Alive.
It's a mummy. I figured it was dead.
No, I
Yeah.
remember him saying, "Bring it alive," and I'm like, "A mummy alive?"
Hell, I just figured he misspoke. All right. Yeah,
I mean, it's breathing. That's
that counts. Fuck.
I-
What do y'all want to help me out of this thing?
I suggest we get back to Sweet Rose and
yeah.
get the fuck out of
See-
Bolivia.
She's on the river, right? Right?
She's a bit
Just-
further south from where you are. It's going to take a little bit of a trek to get there, but you know the lay of the land now.
the
Can-
river would go to. We can float, right?
Yes, that's true.
That might be faster, and I don't think I can carry her that whole way. Hell, I don't
It's
think
all
I
right.
can carry her anymore.
I can take the load off you, dear boy.
I will help you
you
carry
should-
on the snake person.
Thank you,
That's
Lazlo.
That time you started pulling your weight. No, anyway. I kid. That was
Again, we love you,
We love you,
but
Mike.
your ears might be ringing.
Just throwing shade at Mike when he can't defend
Oh yeah,
himself.
well, he can't defend himself. The only,
Yeah,
that's
I will
not-
remember that the day that any of you cannot come to one of the games. Okay.
Yeah, Jimmy's gonna do his best to
Do you
Look,
want me to? Percy's kind of like standing there with a bandage or something, like going, "Do you want me to try and patch you two up?"
Jimmy's just like stand there, like his hands are just like completely like there's no skin on his palms anymore. Like he's just half burnt, busted. He's like, anything helps, man. Anything at this point.
Although at the moment, like all the wounds that he has, except perhaps for the hands, they have been kind of tentatively like
Addressed,
the hands you can try to like bandage and sort of like soothe a little bit. It's going to be a first aid check to try to recover that one hit point.
Crit fails, kills me.
Oh dear lord.
Oh
dear lord.
Oh, thank
You've
God.
had 100 and a 1 this game, dude.
There are numbers in between, Wilbur. Come on.
You do remember that the sort of like unguent or like things that Jimmy had to rub all over his body because of infections and stuff like that would probably help with the burning and everything. So not only do you treat the wound, you also add the sort of ointment onto it, and you do not know it yet, but this will definitely help in the future. You do recover your 1 hit point. You're still in a severe wound situation, but at the moment your hands are not going to be a problem, which means that you will not necessarily have problems shooting in the future, which could have happened. Well done on that critical success, my boy.
Nice.
Can I help Fred out?
Yeah, absolutely. Although she doesn't have more wounds.
I don't think I have any new wounds.
She doesn't really have any new wounds. Whatever she has right now has been tended to as much as possible. This will require more time. I mean, it depends on how much time you want to spend in that chamber, really. If you want to spend an hour trying to tend to her wounds, up to you.
As much as I want to just lay here for a minute, we do need to make tracks.
We need to get out.
I think... yeah, you look fine, lad.
I'm fine with my arms just all.
If I remember right, Jimmy also has a limp right now too. If I remember,
I guess
correctly from last game.
I guess at bare minimum, Percy would make a little sling for Fred, so sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Using some cloth of a departed soldier.
That'll just pin her like sleeve to her collar. That'll work too. Worst case scenario.
I mean, the only remaining...
Okay, real life paramedic.
Sorry. I was just thinking. I was like, yeah, you can just do that. That way she can shoot too. She just puts the shotgun through like the crook of her arm.
The only somewhat intact soldier that is remaining is the one that you stabbed in the neck. So
stabby boy.
You do manage to help out Fred, but whatever splint you try to do is covered in blood. So it's not necessarily the most hygienic, but right now it's not the priority. Anywho, are you heading out of the temple?
Before we would leave, I'd like to take the shotgun back from Fred and give her my pistol. Because you don't have a pistol, right? Or no, I gave both you and Lazlo pistols when we first started.
I have a pistol.
But yeah, just making sure that you have ammo for the pistol so that you can use it one-handed. And then I'd like to check and see if there's anything left in that boy's backpack, like, snacks or ammo or water.
And does the boss have anything on him?
Yeah.
The boss itself just has some kind of common writings to what you have seen onto the, like trying to look for the entrance of the temple. So it doesn't have much on him per se. In terms of ammo, you can see that between him and the soldier that is not completely exploded, there is roughly about 10 to 15 bullets tops, which is still pretty good for the needs of this. Okay, you grab whatever you can. What do? You head out?
Yes.
We leave and making. We're heading towards the river.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Do we want to grab the rope, you guys?
Yeah, grab some of that because we might need to make a raft. So that's not a bad plan. Let's grab as much of that as we can.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
Sounds good.
I'm playing right now, Chloe.
You ascend on top of the temple. You reach the river and try to manufacture stuff to be able to go down and head back to your beautiful, beautiful plane. It takes you a little bit of time. Everybody is quite fucked. Everybody is in quite a condition,
To be blunt.
to be completely blunt. But you do manage to, reach finally your plane. You prepare everything, store the mummy where you can, and head out on your destination to Caduceus headquarters in New York. You will probably have a hefty debrief with your employer. But right now,
somebody's getting punched. Somebody's getting punched in the
Somebody's
face.
getting punched.
But at the moment, the main priority for you guys is probably to get some healing going on, get some, probably some treatments, going to a hospital, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Caduceus, helps you with that and takes you to a sort of medical facility that belongs to them with, clinic, a doctor, this kind of thing. And they tend to your most immediate wounds. Now, the question is, how much time do you want to spend taking care of yourself before actually going to ask for explanations from Caduceus?
I want to spend at least 10 hit points worth of time.
Yeah, that's exactly what I need. It's 10 hit points worth of time.
Okay.
Because I started, I believe, with like 21, and I've been rolling with 1. So I'd like to at least hit the halfway mark at some point.
Understandable. So, the way this works is that you recover naturally 1 hit point per day, except in case you have a major wound, which both of you have, I believe.
Yeah.
So both of you need to roll me a Constitution roll and see.
Are we still with a penalty die, even if since we're out?
I don't think it does on those rolls.
Oof.
Okay. So.
Ow.
Can I just put Percy back to max?
Well, how much hit point
only
max do
lost
you have?
22 and he's at 19.
22 is yeah, absolutely, no problem. You're back to max. As far as Fred and Jimmy are going, at the moment, you it takes you the better part of a whole week, maybe like close to a week and a half, to actually reach a point where you are at half your hit points each. Jimmy, you are still quite in a lot of pain. Well, I mean, you're still like not working 100%, I would say. At the end of like the second week, you can attempt another Constitution roll, but at the moment you are still in a situation of severe wound, so you are maxed out at half hit point for now.
Gotcha.
Okay. Nevertheless, as you are getting ready to go to Caduceus and ask for a little bit of explanation and possibly some answers, we can close the chapter on Bolivia, which means we have a little bit of maintenance to do, guys.
Yes.
Let's talk about
some of them numbers.
Yeah. So first of all, since you did manage to recover the mummy, it's been extracted and safely taken back to Caduceus. You recover, each of you, 1d10 sanity points. So roll me a d10. You can add that to your sanity.
Here's the dice thingy.
What if we didn't lose any sanity points?
It doesn't matter. Your maximum is currently around 99, I believe. It's just depending on like how much you had to begin with, but it doesn't matter. You can go over your starting sanity.
Oh, you can go over sanity? Okay, cool.
You can go over your starting sanity, yes. Not over your max. Your max is currently at 99 and it will go down over time.
Where do we roll?
You can go to the chat, or you can, or you can make a macro on the bottom. Say like, you click on one of the shortcuts, and ask for to roll 1d10.
Useful.
Okay, so 1 point sometimes is all it needs.
Got a custom roll. Dragon.
To be fair, that's 100% how my health has been, so I'll take it.
Yep. So Percy recovers 7 sanity points. Jimmy recovers 1. Let's see about Fred.
I can't figure out how to fucking.
Okay, do you want me to?
Just go to the. If you look at the chat screen, there's a dice on the bottom of it.
Do you see the chat?
Oh, the chat screen. I'm over in the dice.
Yeah, check out the chat screen on the bottom right next to where you write. There is a dice, and you can roll some dice.
Okay, so dice formula. Do I just put in 1?
Yeah, 1d10.
1d10. Okay.
Rolling it, hopefully. There you go.
Whoa.
Which was a good roll. You recovered 9 sanity points. Now, you guys defeated all the snake-like people, which means that the camp is no longer in danger. So you do recover 1d6 additional sanity point. Roll me a d6.
Huzzah. Oh, better than last time.
4 sanity point on this one. 1 for Percy. It balances out, so that's okay. And 1d6 for Fred. Let's see. 4 sanity points. Perfect. Finally, you did not per se defeat the giant snake. They kind of defeated it for you, so you do not get extra sanity point on that. But
I mean, didn't he trick him into it? It's still the party's reason,
debatable. Let me argue that with the DM. No, it doesn't count. But since you did manage to
what about all those clutch moves that Percy did, dropping the dynamite, then running across it, and then like getting his attention away from his friends?
Okay. Well, don't worry, it will come into play in not a lot of time. And then finally, since we are closing one chapter and starting another, you all recover 1d10 luck.
Oh, yes.
No, don't worry. We're going to talk about your skill points very soon.
Yes.
So 7 luck for Percy,
only
2 luck for Winnifred. And
I received the amount of luck I needed to make that thing work.
Amazing. Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And a pretty nice 9 points of luck for Jimmy. Okay, now let's talk about your skills. Since you take time to, think about what you've experienced, what you've succeeded in and everything, all of this checks that you have done that you succeeded without pushing on using any luck should be ticked off right now in your list of skills. So I will go through the whole table. You will roll each of those. Your objective is to fail that roll in order to have learned something new. If you fail that roll, you will be able to improve it. So let's start with Fred. What do you have ticked off right now?
Brawl. You want all of them?
Yes,
or one
please.
at a time?
Well, let's do one at a time. Roll them and see what happens.
So just roll a brawl?
Yep. So you need to do 26 or above. Remove the penalty die.
Oh, yeah, let me do that.
Well, even by remove the penalty die, it would have been a success. So brawl does not improve. You can untick it, but not improve it. Then what do you have?
Listen.
Okay, roll me a listen. You need 71 or above.
Nice.
Yes, you do. So roll me a d10 and you can add that to your listen skill.
Oh.
So your listen now becomes 73 and you can untick listen. Next one.
Okay. Natural world.
Okay, roll me. You need 41 or above. That's clutch. Jesus. Okay, so add me a d10 to that. Your natural world becomes 44. What next?
It's right in front. The dice roller is right in front of the shit I need to fix.
Move
okay, occult.
Occult. Roll me an occult. Oh, unfortunately, this one is a success. You do not improve it. You can just untick it.
Okay. Spot hidden.
Oh, nice. Nice. So you add a d10 to your spot hidden.
4.
I believe you also had first aid, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but it was under the dice thingy, so I just did that.
Ah, okay. Sounds good.
And first aid.
Ooh, wow. You got quite a lot of improvements today. That's cool.
Nice.
And 2 extra points in
Small
first aid.
improvements, but I'll take it.
Improvements nonetheless.
It will all add up eventually.
Jimmy, what do you got?
All right. First one's handgun.
Okay. Yes, indeed. You can improve it by a d10.
Let's do this.
Ooh,
Nice.
7 more
7.
points in handgun. That could be useful.
That could be. All right. So we'll go ahead and adjust that.
Wunderbar.
2. Click. Rifle.
That's going to be harder to improve, unfortunately.
Yeah, because I've already got an 80 in it.
Okay, so nope.
Brawl.
That's going to be harder too, but...
But
Oh, you barely managed to improve, so add me a d10 to that.
plus 6.
Pretty cool, so that's 81 on Brawl now. You're quite the fighter.
That's literally the point of the character. All right.
Indeed. Stealth.
Stealth.
Unfortunately, this one remains.
Oh, it's a success.
Shame. Listen.
3.
Success as well. That's a shame.
That's a hard success.
The one moment you need to fucking fail.
Yeah, to fail, right?
Dodge on the
There we
other
go.
hand. That's good. So you're feeling more dodgy now by 8 points.
Again,
More dodgy.
Again, like we're still going into the what makes him a fighter. So.
Yep. Okay.
33. Right, climb.
Climb. Okay. Ooh, that's good. I mean, we really sleep on the
With
skill
all
called
that work.
climb, but 9. Yeah.
With all that work I just put in,
Indeed.
climbing out of that, I would hope.
Yeah.
Throw can definitely improve.
Yeah.
I mean, you're coming from a 20, so that's pretty good. 25 now.
I'll take it.
Let's see what you can do with medicine.
Yeah.
Nah, unfortunately, you already know quite a lot.
It's all my specialty. All right. First aid.
Oh my god, you improve a 80.
Nice.
Wow. By how much?
No, that's the question. By 7.
87, man. That's cool. Getting pretty good.
All the sanity, like that low sanity roll that's trying to pay me back. It's like, I'm sorry, man.
Okay, psychology can be improved as well. By 5, bringing you to a 60. Survival now. Survival stays the same. And finally, spot hidden. Spot hidden improves.
Huzzah.
It now becomes 65.
Take it.
Wonderful. And now, Percy, let's get some rolls going.
Right. Yeah, so you know how I like roll really high all the time? Watch me roll really low all
Yep.
the time.
I see that happening, yeah. Well, so far, so good. Roll me a d10
Right
for
off
your
the rip,
handgun.
that's good though.
That's a 10.
Nice.
Your handgun becomes
All
a
right.
Whoa.
45. Pretty good. Rifle now. Unfortunately, yeah, your prediction was real. So rifle stays the same. Brawl improves though. Pretty cool. So 58 in Brawl now. Stealth.
Oh, these fucking...
You can close them. There's
Gosh.
like a little X button on the upper right of them.
Stealth.
Oh, nice.
Second row on the top.
Well done. Stealth becomes 68. Oh, it was almost nice.
Almost good time.
It's all right, I owe you one.
89 for listen, which will definitely improve on this. That's going to be an extra 10.
Wow.
Jesus, man. 30 for listen. You're doing great so far. Dodge. Dodge improves as well. And by 9. Jesus, so that's 67 now. Throw. Oh, barely, but it improves. Run me a d10. Okay, 22.
It's like the famine in this game, man.
Which brings us to first aid. First aid improves. You're rolling good, my friend. Oh, Jesus, another one.
Whoa!
40 now. Would
Why,
be, a
why can't this happen during the game?
would be a shame if something happened to Percy in the next chapter, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, psychology improves as well. Another 10? Oh my god, another 10.
Jeez. I got all the 2s
No.
and 4s out of the way for you
Oh, no,
guys.
it's an 8. Oh, no, never mind. But still, that's pretty good. So, and now your psychology is nice.
9.
69. Survival. Survival improves. Ooh, you.
Oh!
Jeez.
So, do you like the game now?
Yeah.
No, because this is just like an emotional roller coaster. No, I love the game.
And Spot Hidden finally
I just
improves as well.
Wow.
oh, 10.
Bring you to
Oh!
a measly 26. But still, that's quite a lot of improvement.
That was good.
That was
Mind
it.
you, like because I made my character so poorly because I didn't understand the game. Like I feel like I was set up to improve.
Yeah, but definitely worked out.
Yeah.
Well,
Amazing.
in any case,
Can't argue that.
you guys have now improved. You are resting, but not completely fully healed yet for some of you. Lazlo is doing okay. He's a little bit shaken by everything that happened, but he's eager to go back on the field. Maybe not Bolivia, but somewhere. But you finally make your way to New York City and go towards the headquarters of Caduceus in the Medham building on Park Row on the east side of Manhattan Island. It's right now it's one of the tallest buildings in New York. The Empire State Building has been open for 2 years, barely. And you can see this wonderful 18-story building. And, well, we'll see next time what kind of explanations you can get from your bosses.
Cliffhanger. What a dick.
I know I'm a cliffhanger. I know I'm a dick, and I like it. Anywho, hopefully next time we will get some Will so he can defend himself. We'll try to figure something out with him. But in the meantime, everybody have a great time zones and see you around. Bye.
Bye.